my loves. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. But anyway, I went ahead and wrote down a few things that were standing out to me that I've been seeing lately that I think we're getting a message. So here we go. Okay, I can't remember who sings this, but I was hearing this song in my head, okay? It's a song by C. Murda, and it's called If I Gotta Die. Have you guys ever heard that? You know, it's definitely not everybody's cup of tea, and I didn't even know about this song till my brother showed me. But I kind of was like, I can get down with it, you know? It's almost a song of complete surrender. It's like, let's read the lyrics. I'd rather pall bearers than to perish in the system. Damn.
If I gotta die, then I die, then I'm dead. I don't give a fuck, put some money on my head. You can kiss me when you miss me, forever reminisce.
Okay, so anyway, I have chills. Ooh, I have chills. So C. Murda, the song is called If I Gotta Die. It's not usually like, it's not something I would have found on my own, but my brother was like listening to it one day. I actually like high-key respect this song, and the reason is because it's honest. I don't know, there's something about this song that makes me feel someone is ready to just face it, whatever it is, like face it head on. You know what I mean? I'm hearing collision course. I do believe, I mean, especially if you listen to the song, If I Gotta Die, it's like, if you want to do it, do it. If you want to shoot me, shoot me. You want to fight, let's go. You want to go ahead and whatever you want to do, let's do it. Because I'm tired of hiding. And to me, that's living in truth. That's God energy. God doesn't hide. I feel like this song, as much as like most people wouldn't listen to it because it sounds like something like, you know, it's bad or something, but I don't really think it is. I feel like it's just basically saying, hey, you want to go, let's go. If we're going to leave this life like this, let's do it. I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to pop off. You want to start a war? Let's start a war. Stop teasing it with your missiles and shit. You want to do something? Do it. You know? I feel like someone here is like almost challenging. It's almost like the light side is challenging the dark side. Like, come on, come out wherever you are. Stop hiding. Stop concealing all your secrets. Let's let it out. The good has problems and issues too. Let's let all of our stuff out and you let yours out too. How about we meet in the middle? It could be the light challenging the dark. Like you want to fight? Let's fight. Let's do it. Let's stop hiding now. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of this hiding. I'm tired of pretending. I'm tired of pretending. Like there could even literally be some sort of fight that breaks out because people love each other, and instead of just getting out the issues, it's like there's just been a whole lot of running from it, or a whole lot of, and maybe one person isn't running from it, maybe they've just been like, I can't deal with you. You know what I mean? I literally can't deal with you. And until you fix your energy, it's gonna seem like I'm running for it. But if you wanna go, we can go. If you must, we can do this, but if you want to, I'm just gonna tell you right now, it may end badly for both of us. So I mean, and I'm ready to face that. Like, this is someone who's ready for war. And anyone who gets to that level is because they're ready to live in the truth. They're ready for deliverance. Have you ever been there? I've been there several times in my life, where people will even think that you're aggressive. People will feel like you're the one off your rocker, but it's really that you're just tired of suffering and you don't want to hide, because when you hide, that is not love energy. It's not light energy. All right, let's put that to the side. We have someone who's, if they're not challenging someone verbally, or you, it's an energetic, like, bring it. Please bring it. Please do. It could be a country challenging another one, or it's all of our souls inwardly, desperately crying out to the universe, like, can we let something pop off already? Because, like, if we're going to go and we're going to leave this earth, let's just go ahead and get it over with. I mean, clearly, all things in your time, but I'm ready. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready. I mean, if that means we die or whatever, and I'm not, hey, let's go. We're going to die anyway. I'm ready to do it and get it over with. Like, shit or get off the pot. I just feel someone's tired of suffering here. So I'm going to put that to the side and talk about something else, and we'll get the whole message. Hay bells. Now, I am aware that it is October where I'm at, and Halloween's like a big thing in the country I'm in and the place I'm at. People celebrate it. And so I get that's why there's a lot of hay bells, or bells of hay, but there's a whole lot. Like, I've been seeing them everywhere, and usually they're being transported. So let's look up hay bell. I said hay yesterday, but I was talking about my hair, feeling like like it was dead.
According to Living History Farms, the first hay baling equipment was invented in the late 1800s. According to Gems in Style, the power of the square lies in its connection to sacred geometry. The square symbolizes stability, fixed nature of matter, strong foundations, and order.
Okay, That's it. I'm like, I knew there was something to do with hay, and I think it actually has to do with the shape of it, okay, more so than the material, and the fact that it's moving. And I do think the material has something to do with it, but you add that to the song I'm hearing. This tells me that someone is ready to go to war. They're ready to fight. They're ready to battle. They're ready to stand up for themselves. They're ready to stand up for someone. They're ready to really, and I mean a real type warrior here, okay? This isn't someone who just gets mad and then they lash out. I don't think so, no. This is someone who's ready to do what's right. I feel like it's for the greater good. If it means they have to lose, they'll lose. If it means they have to be humiliated, they'll be humiliated. This is someone they have no fear. They are not afraid to live in their truth. They're not afraid of what they lose. They're aware, which is a dangerous place to be. To me, that's some of the most dangerous people, which is why the light is more powerful than the dark, because the light is honest. And even if it means that it's humiliated because of that, when you live in the truth, you're extremely dangerous, and you're a threat to people who don't want to live in the truth. You are, then people want to wipe you off the face of the planet because they're afraid you're going to expose their demons. So we have a true war going on here. It's been happening, whether it's in your own personal life or, out in the world. I think it's happening, all the above. All of it's happening simultaneously. I'm picking up on a group of individuals all over the collective, all over the world, who are waking up, and maybe they've been walking with the darkness. I've been there. Maybe they've been walking with evil. Maybe they have completely denounced their truth and hidden in the dark and wanted all this false power and control and was very vengeful, and God knows, only God knows, and only the universe knows, or whatever you believe in. There's a higher power that knows what these individual people, what we have done, what we think, what we do, what we're planning. They know. And these are individual people who are waking up, and they don't want to be in pain anymore. They don't want to run. They're tired of running. They're exhausted of running. I'm seeing The Handmaid's Tale in my head right now. If you guys haven't seen that show, it's pretty messed up. So, and I don't suggest it for everybody, because sometimes it can be very triggering. But sometimes triggering is what we want, that's what we want, to work through it. It triggered the shit out of me, and I had to work through it. I was like, damn, I didn't even know I had these issues, but I was like, this show is triggering the shit out of me. But I'm seeing the Handmaid's Tale in my head. And you know how when in The Handmaid's Tale, it's like they're constantly running, but eventually she says this, and she almost becomes like, you would, some people would think that that's evil. I don't think so. I think she just got tired of living a lie. I think she got tired of being afraid. She got tired, It's like the light is fighting back, and the light from within. The light is tired of being buried. It's tired of suffering. Someone is tired of suffering, and I'm dead serious here. I honestly think someone's like, I will risk my life to defend not only myself, but the truth. And if that means that I'm gonna have to die, then I guess I die, then I'm dead. I don't give a shit. Put money on my head. But he literally says, I'd rather pallbearers than to perish in the system. Someone's like, I'd rather die. I'm gonna die anyway. And this is real shit. Like, people don't like these types of messages because it's truth, right? It's scary. People hate that. But it's not scary. You know what's scary? Not being aware of what's coming, of not being aware of what's here, what's been going on under the radar, not being aware of what's going on inside of us, that we're scared, we hide, we're all fucking terrified to live our truth, because what would everybody think? Are we gonna get canceled? It's like everybody should be canceled if that's the case, because we're all fucked up, and we all have things that need to come out into the light, and we all have aspects of ourselves, and until we face that and we're really ready to just be buried with it, we're going to be running, and we're going to be living in fear, and every bit of power is false. It is when you can stand up and say, I'm not scared of shit. Best of all, anything that wants to hide in the darkness. I've been there. Why the fuck would I want to stay there? I know what that gets me. I'm suffering there, and I don't want to suffer anymore. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is like a mass awakening all over the world, or maybe it's a whole military that's waking up to what they've been doing. Maybe it's a people, maybe it's a couple, maybe it's a parent, maybe it's a child, I don't know, but people are waking up and they're tired of suffering, and they're tired of just sitting back, and I'm feeling like allowing things to happen, just allowing, just ignoring, just thinking that they have no place here. And it's like, I may only be one voice, and I may go down quickly, but I'm not gonna hide, I'm not gonna run, I'm not gonna be afraid you're gonna kill me. I already know that you are. Like, you know what I mean? Because what do you want me to do? You want me to shut up. You want me to shut up. You want to keep doing what you're doing. You want to hide. You want to do everything to destroy the truth because you're scared. I'm not scared. Not anymore. And so people feel like, they'll do anything to stop the truth. And I feel like someone here is like ready to die. And for once, not for people who aren't ready to die for them, but because they know they're going to die anyway. So if we're going to go down, we're going to go down kicking. And with the Bay of Hell, I can't even say it. And with the hay bells, I can barely say it. I keep wanting to say hell. With the hay bells, it says stability, fixed nature of matter, strong foundations, and order. Symbol of divinity. It represents strength. The square, at least, the square itself. And I'm thinking about the hay I've been seeing everywhere and the fact that it's always being moved. It's about to be 11:11 again. It's been 11:11 every day. Yesterday it was in a Libra message. It was 11:11. It's 11:10 right now. But trust this. Trust it. When I think of a square also, or more so a rectangle, I'm seeing more like a rectangle. And a rectangle is more what a Bay of Hell is. I can't stop saying Bay of Hell. It's usually rectangle, right? And that's also a grave. Most graves are rectangular. I just keep hearing the song, if I gotta die, then I die, then I'm dead. I mean, it's just like, I'd rather, you gotta listen to the lyrics. It's just almost like I surrender. Like I surrender. I surrender to it. You know what I mean? It's whatever happens, it's all, and then you get called the narc, and then you get called, right? Like, or you get called mentally ill, or you get called dangerous because you call the shit that people don't want out, even your own shit, even if it means you go down. You're gonna bring everybody else down with you because you're like, no, I'm not gonna hide like this. Hiding is suffocation. It's not love. I'm tired of suffocating. I'm tired of not being love. That's what I am. And hiding is the opposite of love. It means I'm scared. I don't want to be scared. Y'all can be scared. Y'all can keep that shit. I'm tired of being scared. I've been scared my whole fucking life. I'm not gonna be scared no more. And if that means you don't like me, I'm sorry. If that means you want to kill me and put money on my head, if that means blah blah blah, like whatever. It's like someone here is tired. They've suffered a long time. Okay, they've suffered a very long time and they're dangerous. This could be someone who's like tired of being shit on. They're tired of being slandered. That whatever's happened to them. Okay, it could be a whole ass country. It could be an individual person in a family who's just like, I straight up think someone here is going to blow up. I'm not kidding. But they're not wrong. They're not wrong. What they're doing is the truth. What they're saying is the truth, even if it means they're shitting on themselves and their own reputation. But they're getting shit on anyway, And I don't think this is someone who's doing it because their heart is not in the right place. I feel like whoever's about to like let a whole bunch of shit out, whether it's just a whole bunch of aggression at once or a whole bunch of just or walk away from shit and just be like, fuck it all, why do I even try? I don't think they're wrong. I think they're right. They're tired of suffering. They're laying their burdens down. And if that means that it is stepping on some toes, well, that's part of it, And it's gonna piss people off because they don't want to be outed. This could be celebrities. This could be politics. This, I mean, you say anything that's really true, you're not gonna find on the internet, or I mean, if they find it, or people report it, because evil's all over the internet and it's trying to keep the truth from being out. And then when the truth comes out, it's like, oh, conspiracy, or oh, you're mentally ill, or you need to be canceled. And it's like, is that just because you just don't want the truth out? That's such a Satan thing to do. You know what I mean? It's not at all strong. It's the absence of strength. It's the absence of any kind of integrity. It's the absence of love and light. It's the absence of giving any shits at all. The truth is the truth, and truth hurts. It's extremely painful, and it's lonely and isolating, and it's really dangerous when you come forward with truth, and not just truth about everyone else. You got to face this truth first, or what good is all this if you can't face this truth, like the deepest, darkest demons in you? That's where it starts, you know what I mean? Because that's the first thing people are going to try to pull out of you when you come forward with other people's truth, or shit that you've seen, shit that you notice. That's the first thing people are going to try to do. So you might as well shit on yourself first, let it all out, because if you don't, like I said, that's one of the first things evil's going to try to pull out, is be like, oh, let me just, and it's like, you're going to do that anyway. I mean, look at it. You see it in celebrities. When celebrities start coming forward and saying, I'm going to say this, either they end up somehow dying in their bathtub, or missing, or this and that, like shot, or oh, they get in a car accident, or a plane accident, or a boating accident, or oh my God, you know, and they never get to say what they wanted to say. And or you don't hear from them in a while, and then all of a sudden they come back looking very different than they did before, and you start wondering, is that a handler? Is it something like that? I mean, I don't know. Allegedly, not that I just hearsay, but and until I really know, I can't speak on it. But I'm just saying, sometimes you'll notice these things, and they have a lot to say, and it's like, but at the same time, you know, sometimes I think that about. A specific celebrity. I think they mess with her head. I'm not going to say her name. I think they mess with her head. I think she's probably in there, she's fine. But outwardly, she appears a little not fine because they're probably messing with her head. They could be messing with the frequencies and stuff like they're doing with all of us, but allegedly. But this particular, she's a singer. I mean, just shit on by the whole world, you know, just doesn't know who to trust, all this and that. I mean, can you imagine? And still, like, they try to silence her with saying she's crazy because she says things that, you know, not only make her look bad, she's aware of her own dumb shit she's done. She says it. You know, she wears her mistakes on her arm very well and proudly, even though she's like, you know, it's humiliating. But at the end of the day, you don't see nobody else doing it, you know. But then they're quick to call her crazy, or quick to, but it's like, yeah, you're making her crazy. You know what I mean? Like you're creating this, and it's because that's what you want. Evil has an agenda here. There's an agenda, and whether it's an agenda of people in your life, you know, people that are low vibrational, so they're easy to possess, right? Like anytime that evil is trying to get to you, and it's gonna go through other people around you who are the people that are most likely to really prick your heart and get to you by what they say, what they do. You know what I mean? Like evil will go through anyone to get to you to to get off your path and to give up on yourself. And then when you don't fail, when you don't give in, you're gonna have all kinds of other things said about you, and it's just part of it. You know what I mean? And so you might as well be like, yeah, I'm crazy. Yeah, I guess I am. I mean, it's like Eminem. I am whatever you say I am, I guess, right? I'm a conspiracy theorist. Or I'm just a soul having a human experience. I've come here and I've made moves that otherwise, I mean, how would I have known whether they were what I should do and what I shouldn't do? I've just learned as I've gone. What's in my life does not mean it's in everybody else's life. My experiences here are my experiences. So I could talk to someone all day like I have, and I could read books all day like I have, but ultimately my experience here is mine. And so maybe I am crazy. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I've made a lot of mistakes. Maybe I haven't. But one thing I am going to do is tell the truth about it. And if that means that I get called a whole bunch of stuff, well, do what you got to do, honey. I'm not going to go against it and be like, I'm not crazy. Fucking maybe I am. Maybe I am, but I'm also telling the truth too. So I get that here. I get like a celebrity. But it could be anyone. I hope it is anyone. I hope it's all of us. You know, because that's freedom. That's the truth. That's going to change the whole frequency of the planet if we all just do that. But it's probably not going to happen. But I do get like a celebrity here. In a way, it's kind of like a suicide bomber. Except for I don't see a bomb. Except for the truth. The truth would be the bomb here. And perhaps they end up dead after that. Perhaps they end up missing. It's almost like they know it. We could even have someone here who like, what do they call that? You know how people say they predicted their own death, like Tentacion, or however you say his name. Well, it's not necessarily that they're predicting their own death. It's because they know. It's like an awakening, right? Like you know what happens when you live in the truth, because the truth doesn't want to be out. Well, it does want to be out, but there are certain energies that don't want the truth out. And so when you start speaking on things like that, or when you're a threat to the dark side, when you no longer are helping them receive souls, and especially yours, when you see who you are and you come from an actual place of love, it's like we have to get rid of you. We want to get rid of you because you're a problem. You're, anything that is the truth has to have something created about it, or it has to be removed so that it cannot create a problem. I mean, look what they did to Jesus Christ. Okay, if you believe in that, you don't have to, but I like to use it as an example because there's a lot of messages and there's a lot of lessons you can get from the Bible. I'm serious. Like, just reading it, even if you don't believe it. I mean, I can't force people to believe certain things, you know? And I'm not, you couldn't even call me religious. I believe it. I believe it, and I see it. I've seen it in my own life. I've seen it with things I've done. I've seen it, you know? I've seen it. I've seen possessions. I've been possessed. I've seen it all, you know? And there's so much I haven't seen. And, the truth is what really sets people free here. And it's not living in everyone else's truth. It's living in your own truth. It's not saying I want to tell the truth because I want to hurt people. No, it's saying I want to tell the truth, my own truth, even if it makes me look bad, because I'm tired of suffering. I'm tired of being in pain. I'm tired of it. So this is it could be like, it doesn't have to lead to a fight, but I do think it's going to lead to some sort of major change. Because it's asking for it. This is a complete surrender right now. Even someone could actually be talking to God or their higher power, whoever they believe in. This could be you. And saying, you know what? I surrender. I surrender all. I surrender everything. Take it all from me. Whatever you need to take from me. If you want to make me Job, make me Job. If you don't know the story of Job, read it. I've been talking about it lately. It's crazy. Take it all from me if you have to. Take it. Strip me. Make the whole world fucking hate me. But this means I can be lighter, I can get out of here faster, and I can live in my truth, and I don't come back and repeat what I've done. Take me out of here. And when you take me out of here, allow me to be taken out of here with nothing that I came in here with. Let me leave it at the door. Let me strip myself of all of it. It's like someone just wants to be, they want to be pulled out of the grave. That's it. Someone wants to be, I'm hearing, saved. Someone could get saved. You know, it's like, and boy, talk about that. Once you get saved or you rededicate your life to a higher power, God, or the light energy, you stop, you know, basically worshiping evil. Even if you don't think you are, you know, you start being more mindful of what you're doing, and you're humiliated. You humble yourself for the things that you've done or thought or said, anything, and you point yourself here first. Okay? This is where the transformation begins. And then you can see it everywhere else. And it's like, when that happens, you become a target. Because then at that point, you're more likely to bring other people with you, to show people it's possible, especially if you've walked on the darkness, in the darkness, on the dark side. When you turn from that and you walk to the light, and you walk in the light in truth, you're then called like a hypocrite, or, oh, how dare you, when you came from this life before. And they'll say anything to discredit you and make you look all kinds of ways, right? It's an agenda. And but you're actually a threat. That's why people want to get rid of you. That's why evil wants to make you ill or sick, or send out sickness and illness to kill off the people, or have other people kill you because you're in the way, you're this and that. And it's like, honey, you can get rid of me all day. I'm not your only problem. You're your fucking problem. And until you face that, just like I'm my own problem, and until I face my own problem, like, you basically helping me out if you take me out of here. You're helping me out. I'm not going to answer for you doing it, especially if I don't leave on my own, you know, by whatever the universe decides to take me out with. If it happens by the hands of somebody who's just mad, they don't want me here, they want me to just shut up, bitch, I ain't the only one you're going to have problems with. There are going to be more people that are spreading the light after me, and hopefully by my passing, more people come forward and come out of their shell of hell, okay? Their bay of hell. Remember I kept saying that? I'm also hearing Saved by the Bell. I don't feel like someone's going to die yet, though. Now, maybe they do, but I don't feel like it. I feel like because they're willing to. Because they're willing to, because they're not afraid to. I don't believe it's going to be allowed to happen. Like Job. The story of Job, at least. Satan was allowed to take everything from him and make him sick and deathly ill, but just could not kill him. I don't know if someone's actually going to leave here, but they're prepared to. They're like, let's go. If we got to fight with Satan or whoever, whatever y'all believe in, then fine, let's fight with him. We got to go to war, let's go to war. We got to lose our whole family? Is that what we got to do? Well, done it before, let's do it again. We got to lose friends, we got to be canceled. Do we have to be, what are we doing, huh? What are we doing here? What do we got to do, God? Is it, tell me. I will go, because I know what it's like. I've been in hell, and I've been there. I've walked, held hands with Satan. At one time, I even thought Satan or evil had feelings. I thought, well, I just need to understand it. There's no understanding what wants to be hidden. It's a lie. So I feel like someone's willing to take bullets here, and they're willing to be completely ripped to shreds, and they want to almost. It's like it's literally like what I wrote the other day when I said, do you ever feel like it's a turn on the more life fucks you, or the harder life fucks you? But it's like you're ready for it, you're asking for it. It is at the end of the day. You almost feel a little crazy because you're like, yeah, but it's just because you know what has to happen in order to have freedom. You have to suffer. That is the only way out is through, and you have to suffer. Suffering is enlightenment. It is, and I'm going to leave it there. Don't live in fear. They want you to live in fear. When you live in fear, there is no freedom for you. There is no hope for freedom for you. You have to live in your truth. And it starts with acknowledging where you've gone wrong, where you've been wrong. It starts there. That's where it starts. And then you can break down everything else. But it's really freeing once you do that. And then you don't care what anyone thinks because it's just all out there. You know what I mean? It's all out there. Everybody else wants it out there too about you. Trust me. Everybody wants it. They want to pull out everything about you. But let them. Because then once everything's out about you, then they have to turn on themselves, which is what people don't want to do. And once you're gone, then they realize, wow, it wasn't you that was the problem. It wasn't all these people that were the problem. Once they kill everybody else, they're going to have to face themselves and kills later on. And like traps in fear later on. It feasts off of fear, you know. Evil feasts off fear. But when you don't have fear and you're not afraid of what people think, you're not afraid about reputation, you're not afraid of anything because it's not about that, then you become a real threat, and then they try to get rid of you. And I mean, even if they do succeed and get rid of you, they're still going to have to answer themselves at the end of the day, because ultimately that's the only person staring back is the one in the mirror, you know. But alright guys, I love you so much. Thank you for being here, and I'll talk to you later.